Hello, sir. Look at you. Handsome gentleman. Suave. Debonair. Very nice. Oh. And there is your equally pretty partner. Miss Allie, hi. Look at these good-looking kitties. Yeah, you are. Good-looking kitties. I know. I was doing some food prep. Yeah. Getting some things. Alrighty. Appropriate. Anyway, doing some food prep. Realized that probably need to make a video talking about the whole Vine situation. I've been posting different things on Instagram and on Twitter, on Vine. Haven't made a video for YouTube yet. So I thought that I would take the time to do one of those. For those of you who haven't heard, Vine is shutting down. Twitter, who owns Vine, decided that Vine is not making enough money. Twitter is losing money. Twitter is looking for ways to save money, so they are going to be giving Vine the old heave-ho. Vine is still going to be up on the desktop site, I guess, as an archive of sorts. It's still going to be available for people to go and see the things that are posted, but they announced within a couple of months, no more new Vines, content creators, everything's going to get shut down, the app's going to get closed down. And like the internet kind of went into a bit of a tizzy. Like a lot of people are just like, no, oh my gosh, why are you doing this? Because there's a lot of people who still use the platform, they still engage with it. A lot of people are really sad because Vine is still like, it's a very interesting and unique thing. No. You see, we're going to be feeding here in just a little bit. We're going to be feeding in just a little bit, so that's why some of the kitties are a little bit more just like, what's going on? Don't talk about Vine. Go get some proteins. Go get some proteins. But, yeah. Now, one thing I will say about this whole thing is that, yeah, that was a big, like, surprising, like, oh my goodness. Hi, baby. Vine has been very good to me. It's been a very successful platform for care for the cats. I ended up amassing 1.3 million followers on that social media platform, Vine. It took off like a rocket. It was insane. It was one of the most impactful things that ever happened to my life. It breathed new life into this organization. For a long time, we were struggling. And then Vine came along and it opened us up to this worldwide audience. This whole new group of supporters, of friends. It changed everything. It opened up the possibility and the potential for care to be more secure, for us to continue on the mission of giving the animals here a good home. So, yeah, Vine was a big deal. Big deal. What? But a lot of the larger content creators on the platform. I mean, when I heard the news that Vine was shutting down, me and along with a lot of the larger Viners kind of expressed a lot of the same sentiment. Like it wasn't that big of a surprise. What? It wasn't that big of a shock. There was a lot of times where it was just kind of sitting there thinking like, well, it's not a matter of if, but when. Like, oh wow, they're doing it now. User interaction rates, numbers, loops, likes, revines, audience engagement. That stuff has been going down. And a lot of Viners have been going onto different platforms. They've been going to Snapchat. They've been going to Instagram. They've been going to YouTube. That's what I did. That's why I started to diversify the portfolio and branch out into those other platforms years ago. Collab. They approached and they said like, hey, this is our thing, and we help Viners transition into onto other platforms, onto YouTube. We try to help monetize your content, all that stuff. So yeah, it's one of those things where the numbers they were going down, and then at first you're sitting there thinking like, oh well, that's it, like people, you know, they're moving on, like they don't care about the facility, they don't care, like sometimes like you kind of, and that's just speaking in those large broad brush strokes. I know that, you know, the people that I'm talking to right now, I mean, of course you are very, very invested emotionally, and some of you financially, into the goings on here at the facility. No, what I meant was like, you know, the loops and the likes and the revines, they started to go down. So you start to think like, okay, well, that was it. That was the time. That was the, you know, like my time has come to an end. And then you start to hear that it's happening to a lot of other people. And then it's like, oh, well, it's not so much in that people are saying just like they're getting tired of you per se. They're just getting tired of the platform in general. They're moving on. Moving on. Yeah, jeez, there's a piece of grass. And that's what happened. That's what happened. I'm actually, one thing I guess I am kind of surprised that I was expecting Vine to kind of limp on for a little bit longer. But, oh no, they're putting a slug in it. I was talking to Micah. She's my content manager. She's my representative from Collab. And I was saying, like, you know, it's kind of like when you have a dog. That dog gets cancer, and a lot of people, the responsible pet owners, like once the dog starts kind of like losing weight a little bit and they start kind of going down, like they say like, all right, that's it, I'm going to take you to the vet and we're going to put you down while you still got a little bit of dignity in you. A lot of people though, they'll basically wait till the dog has got just bad knees, it's pooping all over the place, it's like blind in one eye, it's got like fur falling out, and then it's like you can see its ribs, and then they're like, oh, I should probably take it to go get put down. Sometimes social media platforms are a little bit like that. They just keep on just going on, and someone's just like, oh my gosh, just mercy, put it out of its misery. So yeah, Twitter is just responsibly euthanizing Vine, I guess. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to take it in stride. Because yeah, that's a massive online platform that is, for me, that's going away. And like the next biggest things that I have are, I got Instagram and I got YouTube, but nowhere near the numbers that I had achieved, that I had earned. And then you start to think like, well, what does that mean? Like, how does that translate monetarily to taking care of this facility and, you know, the cats that you've grown to love so much? So yeah, there's parts of it that are like, crap. But then at the same time, and this is something that you also have to realize, I feel like a lot of the support that CARE has been able to get, especially from like Facebook, from Instagram, from YouTube, is equally comparable to the financial support that we've gotten from Vine. And that's crazy, because then you're like, Derek, you're talking nuts, because you're talking about like one platform has literally, it's got over 1 million followers, and then the other ones, I mean, we're not talking about small fries, but they've only got tens of thousands of followers. But you're also talking about the demographics that get spread across some of those other ones. And Vine was very much so just dominated by young people. Bless you. Dominated by young people. AKA people who don't spend a lot of money on charitable organizations. Not because they don't want to, but it's just they don't have a lot of disposable income. So what we were usually, like, I could make a post saying like, hey, we need to get some donations here at the facility. I could make that post on Vine, make another similar post on one of my Instagram or my YouTube accounts, have the same level of response. Same level of response. So one thing, I am only telling you this because I don't want people to freak out too much, because people, they have been messaging me. Like, Derek, what's gonna go on? How is everything is gonna be okay? Are the cats? Yes, it's gonna be just fine. We've been kind of making it happen without the Vine magic for, I guess I should say the Vine hasn't been like the impact player for care like it was a couple years ago. So no, we're doing okay. Look, it's a melancholy thing. I wish that Vine could have gotten managed a little bit better. I wish that it could still be around. It's something I'm always going to be proud of. Something that was an awesome accomplishment. And this is a new chapter. Got to turn a new page. I guess it's also maybe kind of I got to dust it off and get back in the game, get off the benches a little bit. Gotta get hungry again. See if I can build some of the other things. And I've already seen like the numbers go up on some of the other stuff, because that was another funny thing. I've been promoting my other accounts for a long time, for years. I've been promoting the fact that I've got Instagram, I've got Twitter, I've got YouTube and everything, and bless you. And it still never fails. Like I post, like Vine makes the announcements, and then a bunch of people are making these posts saying just like, okay, well, see you later. It's been really great. Had an awesome time. Love you guys. Follow me on these other platforms. I did the same thing. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, follow me on some other stuff. I even said in the posts, hey, we'd love to keep on telling you about our Tigery story. So follow Care, follow Heidi, follow me on other things on Facebook and things. In the comments of those posts, people are like, do you have an Instagram? You should start an Instagram. I'm like, I've had an Instagram for years. You should start a YouTube channel. Like, I've been YouTubing for years. You should start it. I'm like, I just said I had one. I've had it for a long time. I don't believe you. Hey, BigCatDerek, how do I find you on these other social media platforms? And it's just like, it's BigCatDerek. Hey, BigCatDerek, what's your username on Snapchat? It's BigCatDerek. I've been getting that a lot. Oh. You tell him, Ra. So, yeah. That was a big bit of news. I mean, it was surprising, as it's like, oh wow, it's happening now. But when it wasn't surprising in the regards of like, hi, this was so totally unexpected. So yeah, we're gonna be okay though. I mean, it's gonna be fine. Again, they're kind of freaking out, but a lot of people, they've already moved on to the different stuff anyway. So. And that's another silver lining. It means the other accounts can then build as the sailors of Vine cast out the lifeboats. Yeah. Oh, funny thing is Pornhub they made an announcement. They're like, we'll buy Vine. 6 seconds. That's more than enough time. They seriously did. I'm not making that up. Pornhub actually made the offer to buy. So who knows? Maybe Vine's not gonna go away after all. Maybe it's just gonna just change hands. It's gonna go from the hand of Twitter to a hand that I'd rather put some Purell on before I shook it. Oh. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments or concerns or anything like that, go ahead and ask me in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you. I'll try to address any of the other questions that I see a lot of, maybe in the next Walk Around the Compound webcast. But those are my thoughts. Yeah, Vine was tremendously impactful. I mean, it changed everything. Out here. And I mean, forever grateful to the platform. It was a wild ride. And yeah, just gonna be moving on and hustling and making things happen and continuing to advocate on behalf of the facility and the cats and care and gonna keep I'm gonna keep on posting Vines until they say like, hey, we're pulling the plug. And I wanna definitely use Vine as the ship is sinking. I wanna use Vine to promote other people, part of the extended care family. The stuff that Jamie posts, the stuff that Heidi posts, the stuff that Rachel, our curator, posts, the stuff that like our volunteers, like Dave. Like Dave has he posts a lot of great stuff and pictures, and we've got former interns and current interns and things, and there's a lot of other people. So there's so many different ways that people can get a different perspective of this facility. I'm certainly not the only one that provides perspective on the facility. That's a narrative that it's probably good that, and I guess in that regard, maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. That Vine is saying sayonara. So, either way, I'm babbling, I'm rambling. Those are my thoughts. I'll talk to you folks later. I gotta go feed some kitties. All right, bye-bye.